Hey guys, JP here from Trails and Details, and today I got something special for you. Now, I'm a big fan of mountain biking, but I'm also a fan of the kind of mountain biking history, if you will, which means I am fascinated by vintage mountain bikes. Now, I've been looking for kind of a vintage full suspension mountain bike for quite a while, and I saw an ad online that was selling a giant ATX-970 in a pretty good condition for a pretty nice price. So today we're going to go over there, see if the bike is worth buying, and hopefully it is, and I'll be able to snag myself a piece of mountain biking history, so to say. So without further ado, let's go there and check it out. And here it is, a mint condition giant ATX 970 in lime green. This full suspension bike is give or take 23 years old, and back then the MSRP was around $1,000 for one of these. However, I managed to snag this one for a fraction of the original cost at only 170 bucks. The bike was in such good condition that all it needed was a quick checkup and a wash. First, I used a cleaner and let it sit on the bike a little bit so I could loosen up all the dirt. Then I agitated the product with a brush and got into every nook and cranny. After that, I gave the bike a quick rinse, followed by drying a few parts with a towel. And that's all it took to get this bike ready for some trails. Alright guys, right now we're on our way to a local trail of mine. It's about a 20-minute drive. It's just a bit of XC, nothing crazy in terms of downhill or jumps or anything. And we're gonna see how this bike performs. I seriously can't wait to try it out and see how a vintage full suspension mountain bike performs these days. Right, here we are. The mountain bike's ready. Let's give it a little test run. Oh yeah. Now, one thing I'm gonna mess up is that with this one, it's actually the other way around compared to my normal bike, where I have to shift up and down. It's basically different. So I think I'm gonna mess that up. But other than that, the bike feels good. I think it's time to hit some trails. Starting out with some very tight corners, all right. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, beautiful. Oh, that suspension is working well. Yes. Oh, she's a beast. Loving it. Oh yes. Woo. Oh. All right, a little climbing section here. Woo. Almost lost traction there. I'm good. Up. Oh yeah, dude, that was sick. I shifted wrong again. I really got to get used to the other way around. I'll get it. Oh, lost my balance a little bit. All right, here we go. Yes, yes. Tight corner. Oh yes. Woo. Oh my God. Dude, I can't believe how well this bike is performing. Oh my God. It's like, what, 25 years old? And it rides like it's brand new. That's crazy, dude. So far, loving this bike. Right guys, we are in between trails. Status report on the bike. So far, nothing is broken yet. And I am just stunned how well this bike drives, considering it's at least 20 years old. And it just shows that technology of yesteryear, like V-brakes and different types of suspension, while maybe not as good as modern technology like disc brakes and all that, it still has a very good place in mountain biking, and especially if you want a mountain bike on the cheap. So I am absolutely, like, genuinely surprised how well this beast performs. I mean, it is a blast to drive. So if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna catch a few more trails and then make my final verdict. Oh yeah. Little rock garden. Yes, no problem at all. For the ATX-970. Oh yeah. God, this bike is so agile and nimble. You can just literally throw it around corners. Yes. Oh yeah. Ooh, another rock garden. Not a problem. Oh, lost my balance a little bit there. Oh. All right. A little descent. Oh yes. Oh my God. What a beast. Now there's two ways to enter this next trail. It's either left or right, which is the harder one and the more fun one. So let's do that. Let's go. Make some speed. Oh, that's a lot of loose end. Ooh, I nearly fell on my ass there. We're good. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh. Ooh. Very tight corners here. Just regain my balance. There we go. Whew. Well guys, that was it for me shredding on the giant ATX-970 vintage full suspension mountain bike. Yeah, I know, quite a mouthful. Verdict, bike works like an absolute dream. I mean, it's crazy to consider that I only spent like 170 bucks on this thing, and it's just works like a charm. Everything works, brakes work, the shocks work, it steers great, it pedals great, it shifts great, just everything about it is still just mint after all these years. Which really goes to show that even though it's inferior technology, it is at least built properly, so it will stand the test of time. And even in these days where we have way more fancy technology, you can still catch yourself an absolute bargain and have a blast like I did. So the plans for this bike, well, I'm planning on doing a few more trails with this bike and hoping it will last. But for now, I had an absolute blast and I hope you liked this video. I'll see you soon, but until then, have a good one.